Nope. There we go. Right, well, good morning. It is really good to have everyone. And the kids are in. And the kids are in because this is your church as well. And you have just as much right to say, this is where I think we should be going as a church, as the elders. Yep. That's why you're in here, because what you would like is just as important. Does that make sense? So you're here because you're important. You guys are here. It's how we move forward as a church. And this is quite exciting because where we go isn't just dependent on me. In fact, it's not dependent on me. It's dependent on all of us listening to God, asking God where he wants us to go, and then being bold and doing it. So, first question, we are in the new year. So this is crowd participation, everyone. We are not going until we get crowd participation. And I will lock the doors. I'm stronger than most of you, so maybe collectively you can push me out of the way. But we are here until we get crowd participation. So, how was your 2024? What were your best bits? That's what we're going to focus on. What is your best bit? Yep. What were things, Ivan? Semi-retirement. Christmas. Christmas what, yeah? What else? New Day. Anything else? Gathering. Scotland, going up to Scotland. We went for my 30th this year. Church weekend. Anything else? What was that? Starting to come? Well done, you win the prize, Ken. Very good, very good. Anything else? What's in your life was good last year? What was, grandson, a new grandson? Holidays? Anything else? What? Faith missions? Yeah. What has God done in your life last year? Anyone willing to admit anything? What has God done in your life last year? Come on. Help keep you going. Brilliant. Anyone else want to venture into admitting something God has done in your life? Excellent. Showing you things you hadn't seen before. Gave you more courage. Anyone else? Baptized. Baptism. Fantastic. Anyone else? A lot more strength. Right. Oh, Sue. Carried you when you didn't have the strength yourself. What has God done? Now, this is going to take some thinking. What has God done, or what do you think God has done in the life of Holy Lodge? So us as a fellowship, us as a church, last year, what do you think God has done? Filled it up. That's great. Anyone else willing to? New friends, new family? See the youth causing trouble? Or is that just Mary? One day. Anything else? Anyone else willing to say this is what God has done in Holy Lodge last year? Great times in fellowship. The hut, yeah. We've got some videos. Graham, can you put the covenant slides up, please? We've had barbecues. Look at that handsome bloke. The guy on the left is okay, but we've had quite a few barbecues this year, yeah? Which have all been great. We have had some wonderful outdoor activities at Ian's, doing some swimming. Yeah, really good opportunities. Hopefully we'll have more of those, not just at Ian's, but at other people's. We've had our weekend away, which has been fantastic. And that's booked for next year, or this year. Yeah, well, I've got to start saying this year. Messy Church. So we've had quite a few Messy Church. So thank Lydia and the team that have done Messy Church. A lot of you have been involved and been to them, gathering their newts and slugs and whatever things they gather. We've had the gathering. This is the way. If you have no idea, just trust us. It was amazing. Yes, this was in June. New Day. Kids had an amazing time, spiritually blessing, and there's going to be plans again for this year as well. Faith missions, we didn't get a picture. Well, I didn't do it. You gave it to me. Only the special people made the cut. Sorry. More. This was the shoebox appeal. So the young people got together and did the shoebox. Such a blessing for that. We had our Christmas party here. Loads of activities going on for both the younger and the older kids as well. It has been an amazing time. We have had a lot. And we need to remember that. God has blessed us as a church fellowship, as a church family. But all of this took resources, it took time. Some of this was hard work, but what a blessing. What a blessing it's been. And the ability to look back is such a fantastic thing, to go, yeah, we had a great time last year. So the question is, what do we want to remember in 2026? That seems scary. But what do we want to remember? What do we want to thank God for in January 2026? Have a think about that. What do we want to say? Oh, remember when God did this. Remember when we had this activity. Remember when we got the neighbors. Remember when we had the miraculous. Why not? I've seen the miracles. Can we say God blessed us tremendously? We had more miracles this year than we've ever had. Is that what you want to be able to say in 2026 next year? To do so, it takes planning, it takes preparation, it takes vision, it takes a willingness to go out there. And this is why we have a vision statement, is building a relationship with God in a family-friendly environment that welcomes everyone. That's the vision. So here's a crowd participation. Right. There are 3 posters on the walls. Building a relationship with God in a family-friendly environment that welcomes everyone. My question to you guys is how? How can we do this? Some of you have great ideas. Kids, you can do this as well, because I want your ideas as well. So how do we build a relationship with God? I've already written a few things down there, like regular prayer, house group, prayer triplets. These are things that can help us. In a family-friendly environment, so how can we do that? There's TV in the other room. There's more drinks. And then how do we welcome everyone? How do we do these things? So, ready? We're going to have a video, music in the background very quietly. Nothing more than just to get some background music. While we get up, and while we prayerfully, thoughtfully, but boldly think, this is what I think we can do with God's help. So how do we build a relationship with God? How do we do it in a family-friendly environment that welcomes everyone? There's pens in various places, dotted all around. So if you see a pen, grab a pen right on there. We'll do this for about 6 minutes. I'd like everyone to do this. I'm going to hand over. Go. Kids included.
This vagabond no choice but to believe. My doubts are burning like ashes in the wind. So long to my old friends. Burden and bitterness, you can just keep it moving. Hey, no, you ain't welcome here. From now till I walk the streets of gold.
Doesn't have to be in order. You can go from bit to bit.
This wayward son has found his way back home. Oh, he picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because he healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior. Oh, I thank God. And if he did it for me, he can do it for you. If he did it for me, he can do it for you. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up. He picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because he healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God.
No, I'll start, Ian. Right, there's only a few of you left. There are some really, really fantastic things on here. And it's so important that everyone is able to understand that this is what we'd like to do. This is how we want God to bless us, but also how we want to bless each other and the community. I mean, good things, more private prayer. Blokes, beer, and grub. Now, is that the ladies wanting the men to get out? Allowing time to respond in Sunday services. This is something that's massively important. I think sometimes we forget that actually there are going to be times when the Spirit moves. And I don't know how you feel about the Holy Spirit, but I believe fully in the Holy Spirit, and I believe the Holy Spirit will move people. And there are times we've got to allow that space. So fantastic things. These are obviously things we're going to try and start doing in the next, this year. But to do so, again, requires that patience. It requires that presence of mind that God is with us. And there are going to be things which will be scary. But God is with us, and it's important. So I'm just going to quickly go over a few things that have been on my mind and in my heart. So if we can go to the first slide, Graham. We're looking at trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. If you've been a Christian for any length of time, you would have probably heard this verse. And it is such a great verse. And it's a great verse if you can live by it. But it does take time. It does take an action. And it does take strength that sometimes we still don't have yet for some of us, because God needs to work in us still. But this verse means we have to act. We have to do something. We can't just expect God to work in us and for us to sit around and do nothing. And so we're going to look at this individually. We're going to spend a very short time doing it. But trust in the Lord with all your heart. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Either God can be trusted or he can't. Either God is faithful or he isn't. Either he's just and wise and pure and holy, or he isn't. God cannot be partially good or partially just or sometimes wise. He either always is or he isn't. And another thing is, God doesn't take a break. In the Bible, we read this from Hebrews 13:8. God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And this means that we can trust in God. Because if God was faithful yesterday, he will be faithful today. And he will be faithful tomorrow. So when life goes down the drain, if it does, we can trust God is with us. He will strengthen us. He will provide us. And we can trust in him. And then we're asked, lean not on our own understanding. I'm not the smartest person. I understand that. But I do have wisdom. I've experienced a lot in my life. I've gone through a lot of things. And I can ask Google if I have any questions. Whether Google is always right or not is debatable. But certainly I should be able to say what is best in my life. In my experience, I should be able to say the path I should go on. The problem with that viewpoint is I can't see tomorrow. I can plan as if tomorrow will happen, but I don't know. Anything can happen, and that means all my planning can go out the window. And some of you will have experienced this. The kids were building, and this was the whole idea. We're building a family, we're building a church, we're building each other up. And someone, I'm not going to say who, destroyed it. Oh, just terrible. But from the destruction comes, as if on cue, a new building. We'll edit that out. Because that's what God can do with us. He can rebuild, he can re-strengthen, he can encourage, he can support. He can do all these things. But we need to trust in him. We need to recognize that actually we don't know it all. And this is the Message version. Mr. Know-It-All. Actually, we don't know it all. And it's fine. We need to acknowledge that. We don't know it all. But God does. So take advice from others. Listen to people. Pray with each other. Try and find the best way of moving forward. And if you are a Christian, a good way of doing this is the advice given to you, does it honor God? Or does it make your life easier? Because 9 times out of 10, if it honors God, it feels right, it makes you understand it's right, and it guides you in a better way than if we're just looking at our own welfare. Not to say that God's plan doesn't make life easier for us, but if what we're doing doesn't honor God, it's a good example of saying that the advice given to us probably isn't the best. And we're called to acknowledge Him. I do a lot of things. I have skills, tools, time, materials, finances, resources, and so many times I do something and then I carry on. And I forget that actually God was in the big things as well as the little things. Sometimes I forget that God actually prepared me in advance to do His will, to do His purpose. And so I forget to acknowledge Him. I forget that God has given me tools. God has given me wisdom. God has given me people around to help support and encourage me. And when we reduce us, when we stop saying, I did this, I made this, I completed that, it allows God to be first. When I look back at 2024, I acknowledge God was directly involved in my life in so many areas. And I want God to be more involved. But am I acknowledging Him in doing that? I want God to be glorified. And in doing so, He will direct our path. This is a promise. God will guide you. God will be with you. God will enable you and help you. But it comes down to making a decision, to putting one foot in front of the other, to choosing God first. I want to know God more today than I did yesterday. And I want to know God more tomorrow than I do today. But to do that, I have to live out my life for Him. I like this quote. What you believe your future holds for you impacts your attitude, decisions, and successes. What do you believe God will do in your life this year? What do you believe God will do in the church this year? It will impact us. Do we believe we're going to have more baptisms this year? Do we believe we're going to get our neighbors in this year? It will impact us, and it will change us, and it will mold us. Will our kids feel welcome and be loved and be encouraged and know God is in this place? To know that they are loved by God, because they build each other up. And it is great. And it is wonderful, because we need more of it. And so we encourage it, we support it, and we desire it. And so in 2026, what are we going to say about God moving in this church and in our lives? We've got a song to sing.